Friends, greeting to everyone on the Asab trading channel. My name is Asab and today I will show you simple trading strategies that help me grow my deposit from $50 to $6,158. Just think about that. It is incredible. Before we begin, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to my Telegram channel, link in the description, and like this video. It is crucial for me. Let's get started. So, to assist me in today's trading, I'll be using several indicators. First, let's open the forecast and set the settings as I have them. They will be standard for all three indicators: the market, alligator, and parabolic star. The time frame for the trade is 15 seconds. Before us is a candlestick chart of the Canadian dollar Japanese yen pair. We see that the movement is heading towards a bullish trend, breaking out of consolidation. However, the trend itself was bearish. All indicators show that the movement will continue to be bullish. I don't want to waste time, so I enter a long trade based on the indicator signals and wait for profit. Profit obtained. This is just excellent, my friends. We will stay on this chart. Meanwhile, I don't want to miss an opportunity. On the positive momentum, I enter another long position and wait to profit. And of course, profit obtained. That was perfect. Let's change the chart. So, the Euro-British Pound currency pair. On this chart we see a global bullish movement, but locally our chart is likely to make a reversal and bounce back. This is exactly where I want to enter a trade. Let's see what happens. I enter a short trade with my entry deposit and wait for the profit. Whoa, when there's a gain or loss, such things happen, friends. Let's move on. I am confident that today holds a very good profit for us. So, we switch the chart and we see the euro-dollar currency pair. The momentum here locally looks very bearish. Such chart can be very dangerous because a reversal can occur at any moment. Whether it will be aggressive or not depends on the market sentiment, of course. But here, we see that the market line has crossed the lower line, which likely indicates a reversal. I quickly enter a long trade and wait for profit. Profit obtained. Just wonderful, friends. So, we put the entry deposit on the trade again. I don't want to leave this chart. On the contrary, I want to jump into the already accelerated bull trend. The alligator shows us a trend reversal and the market also indicates an upward trend. Without wasting any more time, I enter a long position and wait for profit. Profit obtained. Great, friends. We again put the entry deposit on entry and change the chart. Let's move on, friends. So, the euro switch friends currency pair. We see that the movement on the chart is in consolidation. Globally, the trend is bearish. The market shows us a neat upward trending movement. I immediately enter a long position and wait for profit. Profit obtained, friends. Wonderful. We stay right here. Such movement cannot be missed. We observe a reversal. The alligator tells us about the reversal, and without wasting time, I enter a long position and wait for profit. Of course, we stay in profit, friends. This is excellent. So, here comes the time of consolidation. Movements are no longer so aggressive. The global trend remains bearish. It is very difficult to predict the movement now. Let's not stay here any longer. In any case, the strategy worked excellently here. Let's move on and we change the candle pair and let's find a few more good situations in the market. So, the Australian dollar Canadian dollar currency pair. Here, we observe a local bullish moment. Indicators clearly show an upward trend. Without wasting time, I enter a long trade and wait for profit. Profit obtained, good friends, very good. Let's move on. Our favorite currency pair Euro Swiss franc, the hour-long trend here is bearish. We see a slight consolidation. Alligator lines indicate a downward trend and expected reversal. The marker line also indicates another trend change. I enter a short position from the rebound and wait for profit. Profit obtained, wonderful friends. So, on this chart we have taken what's ours. Let's move on to the next currency pair. And so, Euro British Pound chart. All trade indicators tell us about the bullish trend. The chart emerges after the local bearish movement and enter a long position following the signals of the indicators and wait for profit. Profit obtained. Amazing, friends. If you are a beginner, you can work with me absolutely for free. You just need to subscribe to my Telegram channel, link in the description, where I trade daily, and you can follow my steps step by step to achieve fantastic profit. Write to me privately, teach me, and I will share all the valuable information with you. Sports are limited, so come and join us. Additionally, the first time you make a deposit on the best trading platform where I trade, PocketOption, you'll receive a plus 50% bonus. You cannot afford to miss it. Now, the Australian dollar Canadian dollar currency pair. The chart is in global consolidation, but dynamic bullish movement predominates. We see that on this chart, the alligator line shows us a confident bullish trend. We also see the intersection of three lines at one point, which also indicates a strong bullish trend. The parabolic star also indicates maximum extremes and point to a growing trend. Similarly, the marker line is directed towards the support line, leaving the resistance line behind. I can say that I will definitely wait for the moment to enter a long position based on the signals of the indicators. So, following the signals of all three indicators, I enter a long trade and wait for profit. Profit obtained, unbelievable, friends. Everything is crystal clear here. Let's move on. So, the Australian dollar US dollar currency pair. Here we see a beautiful picture. The global trend is clearly bearish. The global trend also remains bearish. Moreover, all three indicators tell us about the direction of the trend clearly and explicitly downwards. The alligator lines have crossed at one point, indicating an aggressive trend change downwards. Without wasting time, I enter a short position following the trend and wait for profit. Profit obtained, as always. Magnificent, just magnificent, friends. And we immediately change the chart. Before us is the Canadian dollar Japanese yen currency pair. The situation is similar to the previous chart. All indicators show a downward second trend and we clearly see reversal on the demarker indicator. Without much thought, I enter a short position with the trend and wait for profit. Profit is in our pocket. I don't want to miss opportunity so swiftly. I enter a short position again and I wait for profit. Just incredible, friends. 2 trades in a row. Splendid. Moving on with you again, so our already beloved currency pair Euro Swiss franc, the global franc, here is bullish, but we see that the recent candle movement was bearish. Nevertheless, I believe that the bullish trend will continue. The alligator indicator lines are pointing down, indicating a recent reversal. The market line crosses the support line, also suggesting a possible reversal. Now, the main thing is to find a conventional entry point. Let's wait until the green candle neatly bounces and then enter a short trade. We see the bounce and we immediately enter a short trade, waiting the profit. Profit obtained. Excellent, friends, good work. Now, I don't want to leave this chart. There are interesting movements on this currency pair and we will definitely catch them. Now, friends, I will try once again to catch a favorable movement, this time as a reversal from aggressive bearish movement. It's very risky and dangerous, but I will rely on my extensive experience and knowledge. Here, all indicators shows us a clear downward trend. This is what we will take advantage of. Friends, never forget about risk management and money management. Always enter a trade with a clear plan, and your trades will be the most profitable. Also remember that you need to practice on a demo account to gain experience. It took me only 1 week, and after that, don't delay training on a real account because that's when you can realize the seriousness of trading and real money provides real motivation. We see that the movement is persistently downward. I will now wait for the last red candle to hit the level and try to catch the reversal. So, enter a short trade and of course wait for profit. Profit obtained. It's wonderful, friends. Just splendid. Let's stay on this chart and make the last trade for today. The brain gets very tired when managing such sums. The movement with us remains bearish. We will act the same way as in the previous trade. Let's wait for a green candle and then enter the trade. We see that the alligator indicators line strictly show us a bearish trend. No compromise. The market indicator line is trending down towards the resistance line, which means that all indicators, including the parabolic chart, tell us about a strict downward movement. Naturally, we just need to wait for a convention entry point. Since the market sentiment, as I mentioned earlier, is bearish, I won't waste time. I enter a short trade and wait for profit. Profit obtained, it is just unreal, friends. Today I managed to grow my deposit from $50 to $6,158. It is just some kind of madness, friends. Friends, if you watch this video until the end, you're already with me. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my Telegram channel, link in the description. To everyone, profit.